And so theoretically, we could take any leader and we can assess how much knowledge they have, how much skills they have, and how much vertical development that they have. And we could create this three-dimensional figure. And I think that when you could compare leaders, in fact, I'm going to make a comparison later between Steve Ballmer and Satya Nadella. And both of these are the last two CEOs of Microsoft. And I think that both of them have pretty similar knowledge and pretty similar skills, but very different mental development, right? I think that Steve Ballmer's is going to be more flat than Satya Nadella's. And that's going to have that has had some huge implications on Microsoft. And so I think one of the things that helps me is I can map on the have, do, be model onto this framework. And so when we focus on vertical development, we focus on the being element of ourselves. So that isn't to say that we aren't also interested in having knowledge or doing or performing skills, but vertical development is really focused on this being element. So let me try to articulate the difference here between horizontal and vertical and how we approach maybe the topic of enhancing agility, right? If we recognize that our leaders are facing increasing change, pressure, uncertainty, and complexity, we need to help them to become more agile. Well, if I'm going to employ horizontal development techniques, the way that we might do this, and in fact, I just Googled this really quickly. I said, how do I improve a leader's agility? And the answer was, improve their balance, gain clarity, and implement agile practices. Right? These are good things, but they're also horizontal things. It's about improving our knowledge and improving our skills. It's not about enhancing our cognitive and emotional sophistication, right? Because if we want to be agile, we need to elevate our capacity to embrace failure, to look bad at times. In fact, yesterday, I was outside grilling and my son was trying to do a trick on the skateboard. And I heard him fall and I look over almost scared. He's like, Dad, I'm fine, right? And he gets up and he does it again, he falls again, right? He's embracing falling because he knows that if he wants to learn, he's gonna have to try new things. And at times when you try new things, you're going to fall, and that's okay, right? But it's really difficult for leaders and organizations to embrace the idea of being okay with falling, right? So we got to elevate our capacity to get there. We need to be able to embrace uncertainty and at times admit that we might be wrong or have done something wrong in the past. Again, not something that's easy. We need to embrace problems as part of the journey. If we're heading into the unknown, of course we're going to encounter problems. We can't be so protective that we don't allow ourselves to go out into the unknown. And at times we're going to have to put ourselves on the back burner. That this isn't all about us. This is about pushing forward the organization as a whole. And so while these ideas and suggestions for enhancing agility, such as improving balance, gaining clarity, and implementing agile practices can be helpful, if we can't embrace failure or uncertainty or problems, and if we always have to be kind of on top, we're going to have a really hard time cognitively and emotionally getting to the place where we can actually be agile. So what we're doing here when we talk about vertical development is something that's deeper. I mean, because we can ask ourselves, what is easier? Well, surely that's horizontal development. And we can ask, what is more commonly focused on? Surely that's horizontal development. But will horizontal development transform leaders' ability to navigate change, pressure, uncertainty, and complexity? I'm not sure. I can't say that it won't help incrementally, but it's not going to transform their ability to change, to navigate change, pressure, uncertainty, and complexity.